Thing I'm about to say in this video is absolutely false. Nothing is based in truth. These are accounts of a fictional character by the name of Damn Fool because he feels as if his life has been cursed. Wow, what's going on today? What is it, September 30th? And like I say, man, it's I guess it's a good day, you know. For me, I'm just kind of, feeling, some days I feel better than others. Yesterday I was actually feeling pretty decent, pretty good, but I went back to listen to the recording that I did yesterday, the long one, and it was pretty disturbing, man. It's pretty disturbing. When I listen to stuff like that, I really get down in the dumps because it's a reminder of how bad I'm actually doing. You know what I mean? As I'm formulating words and putting them into paragraphs, and I realized the regression. And so through the years, I've listened to several self-help books. Listen to several self-help people, and read a couple of books. I ain't gonna say several, but I have been on the path of natural healing. And if you listen to these recordings, one thing that you will understand about what I'm saying is I'm under a strong belief of being under some type of MK Ultra or mind control. Something outside of nature is hindering, my thinking process. Basically, my whole comfort level of living. So and I also think that it's not very unique, but it's unique to hear a person firsthand tell you what's going on in accounts, and to tell you about the things that I've lost. And the crazy part about it is, I have lost these things without having any form of proof, and I've never had the opportunity to share my higher self with the people around me because I didn't want to. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to basically come from amongst them and do what I always knew I could do, what I was confident in doing. And so a lot of people, they may say, hey man, well, I mean, of course they see a big difference. I mean, it's a glaring hole, you know what I'm saying, in coming from where I was at. And like I said, I've been under a anxiety thing. So this whole thing has been several steps to this journey, which the deeper I go, it makes it harder to prove what I'm saying. But this has been a tumultuous task. And let me pull out the armrest on this boy. And oh man, I don't mean to have the camera on. I like to keep the camera black. But anyway, yeah, man. So this is a hard task, you know what I'm saying, to get over, because you have to constantly rebuild yourself, and you got to remember this is yourself. So it's not like you're outside looking in and you can actually tell somebody what they need to do. I mean, your life is changing day to day, moment to moment. You know what I'm saying? Decade to decade. You know what I'm saying? You just continuously, trying to get the hang of doing something, and right before your eyes is taken away from you. And you're supposed to work on things to make yourself better, and you find yourself, either regressing or being I wouldn't even say being stagnant. It's a regression of, simple things. Just having a conversation, talking into the camera right now. You know what I'm saying? These are very simple tasks that I could do with ease, and now it's become, all of a sudden it's just become a hindrance and a problem. And part of the ways I can check the barometer is through a job interview. You know what I'm saying? It's if I would have to compare it to something, I would compare it mentally mentally and symbolically, like the mysterious case of Benjamin Button. You know, where the guy started out very mature and very smart, grasp on the concepts, complex concepts really easy. But the older that he got, the younger that he got. You know what I'm saying? So the older he got, he regressed back into a baby. That's literally how it feels, man. It feels like sometimes I do business and I talk to people, and I've always been very cordial. I've always been a very nice fellow. You know, easy going, man, easy to do business with. But I kind of noticed that I kind of stayed in that teenage realm. Like I never came into that you know that phase where you walk into the room confident, with an agenda and walk out. You know, it's always, I come in and chipper, spring in my step and waiting for, a response, not there to conversate it, just to be smooth, man, just there to do a job, there to get out of there and be as pleasant as possible and make this situation go smooth. That's my interpretation of it. I mean, I'm not sure if that's exactly everything that goes on in between. Like I said, I'm pretty much a blank slate. When I walk into these places and I do business, you know what I'm saying? I'm basically going off of a particular, just a particular memorandum. You know what I'm saying? And if it goes outside of that memorandum, well, that's outside of my job description. You understand what I'm saying? So I pretty much just stay within those lines. And so I'm a blank slate when I go in there, man. I'm not thinking, you know what I'm saying? I'm not, I'm just kind of like a robot. It is somewhat disturbing, you know what I'm saying, that the only time I can come back to some kind of solace is in my own fucking head. You understand? When I'm dealing with people, it's a uncomfortable experience. You understand what I'm saying? Where it becomes compromising is that not only that, you have to fight the other elements as well. And now you're not fighting these things as a well person. So if I can get you to understand the elements that I'm fighting, as far as just random everyday shit that should go through one ear and out the other, or you shouldn't even interject your emotions or feelings into it. But what I'm trying to explain to you is projected on to a particular type of frequency. Will I sit here and tell you that it's projected toward me? Well, that's a little. I don't even want to perceive it as that myself. But it is what it is. You understand what I'm saying? So, yeah, I will tell you that absolutely. Part of this program is to control my mind, my moods, and move around. I tell you what, you see so much shit that go on TV, and it just blows your mind how foolish and stupid some of this stuff is, like how far outside of reality it is. And as my life, my mind, and my body is being altered, it's going on all around you. Like I give you I mean, I have Mary J. Blige singing to Hillary Clinton in mind when I'm talking. You know what I'm saying? That was flabbergasting. I mean, that's Mary, bro. You know what I'm saying? I don't see what motivated her to do that. I didn't see the whole thing, so I don't really have a opinion about it. I just say it looked ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? And now, what she said to do in the eyes of the police is what I do innately. I mean, you don't have to sing to me to do that. You know? And I would hate to project on the rest of the world that is how you're supposed to respond, like a motherfucker that's under mind control. I would not recommend that. I don't know how. It's ridiculous to me. So anyway, what inspired me to record today was I was looking at a video by a brother, and you know, the brother said, hey man, you know, I asked myself these 3 questions, you know, for a long time in my life, you know what I'm saying, before I finally got my stuff together. How did he feel like he got his stuff together, man? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I don't really understand how these folks get this firm grip of life beneath their feet. You know, because for me, it's been shaky. Like every step of the way, it's never been a spot where I can say, hey man, this is what you do, and this is how you do it. You know, it's always been I tell you the best that I can, especially when I feel like I'm on the right path. But when I get knocked off the path, I can't just sit here and even raising my own children. You know what I'm saying? I can't sit here and lie to you when we got an intrusive government. You know what I'm saying? I guess they would call it a de facto government. But I don't know what it is. That's why you never hear me use specific names and terms. I'm just trying to live life day to day, man. And, you know, the biggest deception, you know what I'm saying, that I live with on a day-to-day basis is to feel part of the human family. You know, forgive me for thinking I'm part of the human family. And I look at people and they actually, you know, draw distinctions and lines, man. It happens on so many levels that it becomes, you know, it just becomes ultimately challenging just to, you know, have faith in humanity. You know, I never been a major humanitarian. You know what I'm saying? I always have been thoughtful, and I've always been giving. You know, understand what I'm saying? But, you know, I kind of learned at a particular time I don't give what I can't afford. So, I mean, you know, it wouldn't be far-fetched, you know what I'm saying, for me to, you know, give a lot in charity and stuff like that. But it also wouldn't be a far-fetched to think I would go broke based on letting motherfuckers ride me to death. You know, which may be a enemy of the system. I don't know. But I've always been inquisitive about business and how to hold on to my money and how to further myself inside of business, how to open up more doors for myself. So, you know, maybe that's why the doors are closed to me. You know what I mean? Because I don't want to just sing and dance and get a check for it or get a car. You know what I'm saying? No, I want to advance. You know what I'm saying? I want to advance. I want to know the inner workings. You know what I'm saying? And you know, have the opportunity to work my mojo in the line of business. And so yeah, man, you know, you get to a point now where those things are challenging. You know, it's challenging to make relationships. So, you know, I would imagine it'd be challenging to make business relationships. Like, things wouldn't just magically appear. So, you know, we're working off of what we have to work with now. And like I say, it's challenging. Every day is challenging. Every day is a different fight. You know what I'm saying? You don't even know who you are. I am not who I was 10 years ago. You You understand what I'm saying? And I'm probably the same as I was 5 years ago. Lost. You understand what I'm saying? But yeah, so this has been a trying process, you know what I'm saying, to beat a brother down to this particular level. You know, when I was always under the illusion that God give you all the gifts you need at birth, and you tackle, you know, life based on what you were given. I didn't know that people would take that away from you. You know what I'm saying? And so the three questions that I asked. Oh, the three questions that he asked about who am I, why am I here, and what is my purpose. Those were the three questions that the brother asked. And for one, I never really asked those questions because I always felt like it's cheating on myself. I never been in a position to where that was relevant until today. Until today, after I listened to that message last night, I listened to that recording last night, I had to listen to it for a particular reason. I usually don't go back and listen to these things, but I had to listen to it for a reason. And I was pretty, it wasn't that I was upset, man. Like I said, I'm just disappointed in humanity. You know what I'm saying? It's you hear people, you know, project, you know, winners and losers and things like that. And the point that I was trying to make is, it's okay to project that in vague, you know what I'm saying? But when you see somebody being, you know, tortured and, you know, quietly tortured, man, and allowed to, you know, allowed to live a normal life with invisible barriers that, and put up barriers inside the mind, and to use, you know, these, I don't even know what to call them, you know what I'm saying, to use these particular people that most of us would draw inspiration from. You know what I'm saying? In most cases, the only reason I would listen to these people would be to draw inspiration. That's really what got me into listening to any personality, is to draw inspiration from. You know, some of these guys are dead personalities. You can't get anything from them. And after I realized that, I would eventually stop listening to them. But what ended up happening, man, is everything started withering. You know what I'm saying? Before my eyes, like, I wasn't getting anything from anybody. And stuff that people call deep, I'm like, what? That's not deep. That's just talking ad nauseam. And I'm pretty sure it's an underlying meaning of what this dude meant with all this rambling about shit that people just want to know the basic shit. You understand what I'm saying? So yeah, when I asked who am I think I stated yesterday in the video. I didn't listen to the whole video. I couldn't, so I don't know, you know. But I know I stated somewhere in there that I was an artist. And I am. I'm an artist without an art form. You know, similar to a warrior without a fight. You understand what I'm saying? Or a warrior without a sword. You know what I'm saying? Or you understand what I'm saying? Or, you know. So this is extremely difficult. Or to ask, you know, what is my purpose? Well, I have no idea what my purpose is. I know what I used to love to do. I know what I used to put a lot of energy on, a lot of focus on. And I don't have that. So right now, I'm basically just waking up to eat. I have things to offer the world, don't get it twisted. I have other businesses that maybe I need to focus a lot of energy on. But I have always wanted to share my experience and become a personality to gravitate toward, to create my own world and my own universe. You know what I'm saying? I.e., there is a documentary called "There Are No Forests on Flat Earth." It has absolutely nothing to do with forest or flat Earth. What the documentary is all about. Let me see how many minutes are here. Okay, what the documentary is all about is they're basically saying that when you go through different mountainsides and you see a mountain, you know what I'm saying, you wonder how the mountain got there. It looks like an old excavated project, and they're saying that mountain used to be a tree. They're saying trees used to be giant, and they led all the way up to the world. Just based off what I'm saying, sounds ridiculously ignorant. You understand what I'm saying? Like, it makes absolutely no sense. And the dude got the magical sounds behind him and got the Jack and the Beanstalk looking pictures and shit. I'm not saying that it's false. I'm just saying, what relevancy does it have in day-to-day life? You understand what I'm saying? It has nothing, you know, but I find myself glued into it, so it must mean something if somebody glued into it. But when I listen to it, it has a different meaning to it. And basically what it's saying is, for some people, right, I wouldn't want to project this on everybody, but this could happen to anybody. For some people, there are no forests on flat Earth. So the flat Earth theory, you know what I'm saying, when broken down in simplicity, is basically just saying, hold on, let me see how far I got to go along this path. 1.3 miles. All right, the flat Earth theory is basically, there is no sophistication. There's only one creator. It's just the all. There's no individuals. You know what I'm saying? And you either get taken up, you know what I'm saying, to a higher realm, you know what I'm saying, or you get left on the earth, which is flat, and there are no forests there. So in other words, you know, there is no creating an alternate universe for yourself, which I was always under the impression.
In a half mile, merge onto I-5 North.
That was the purpose and the point of living. That was the purpose and the point of having a personality, and that was to create the environment that you want for yourself. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I do on a day-to-day basis. You know what I'm saying? There's certain shit I just don't believe in, and certain shit I just don't go for. I'm very conservative in my views, and
continue on I-5 North for 532 miles.
So when you look at, you know, things as a whole, and you break these things down, you see it's a ultimate design that's trying to basically, well, not even trying, it's actually interfering, you know what I'm saying, with natural occurrences. And so the thing is, how do you coexist with this? You understand what I'm saying? I mean, man. So, you know, it is basically turned me into a complete eunuch in a world. You understand what I'm saying? Where everybody else is just, you know what I'm saying, just going on, man, with humanity. So, you know, at the end of the day, I have never had a problem with loving myself or accepting myself for my flaws. I've always wore my flaws on my sleeve, man. Always. You know what I'm saying? I would be in a clique full of gangsters and would literally tell you what I'm afraid of. Literally tell you, no, I wouldn't fight this guy. To be honest with you, I'm game for tackling any obstacle. I really am. But the psychology I've always used on the obstacle is don't even worry about bringing your A game to me. You know what I'm saying? Because it's just little old me. And, you know, when it backfires in your face is what I want to be known for. So I don't like to be the guy that brags on himself. I'd rather be the guy who quietly sits back and accept accept the critique, whether good or bad. And most of the time, I'm pretty proficient at most things I put my mind to. Until the receptor gets shuts off. It's the best way I can explain it. I'm always a pretty decent, customer when it comes to certain things. So the whole point of me, man, just recording this is just to document it, because all my life I have never documented anything that I would have to talk about in the past. I've never completed a whole task. You know what I'm saying? I've always had opposition toward greatness. Never understood why. I would know I was there. I would know I was respected amongst my peers. But when it would come to the coaches, I would have to fight stupid battles, man. I didn't understand. Like small, like you need to be more of a team player. You're not hungry enough. Like, what the fuck that mean? You know what I'm saying? Man, let's play some games, and let's see how I fared next to the competition. You got to show me how hungry you are. My nigga, that's vague. I don't even understand how to do that. You understand what I'm saying? I don't sweat. You know what I'm saying? I don't sweat in your eyes, brother. I don't know what to tell you. If I do sweat in your eyes, it's because you fucking over me. So I've always had to fight, vague ideas and templates. And even, when people call themselves self-helping and, ask yourself, who are you and what are you here for and what is your purpose and all this other kind of stuff. It's like, I wish it was that easy. But if you'd have asked me this, when I was doing whatever it is I wanted to do, I could tell you 100%. But now, I guess it is time to ask those particular questions. And it just, I don't know, I guess it's just a blow to the ego to not have an answer for those questions, because it's me in my normal state. Those are simple questions and simple fixes to simple questions. So I don't even realize why it would be so complicated. So anyway, I'm gonna lead this here with saying I don't even know who I am. I have no idea why I'm put here, and I don't even know my purpose. So I ask those questions, and I am looking for answers. And looking for answers that make sense. And I'm gonna leave the video at that, man. Damn fool out.